Breathe with me today. Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community that's dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. Today is Sunday, January 25th, 2026. We are continuing our monthly topic of ancestral wisdom and new thought. And the topic for today is infinite possibilities and sacred kinship. So at this time, I would like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center in Vallarta. Whether you are here on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time. We teach a philosophy and honor all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, please know that it is the right one for you. No matter what your background is, everyone is welcome. So we teach a philosophy called the Science of Mind, and it is a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. and meet on Sundays in person at noon. We have found the new location for our gathering, and more information will be provided at the end of this message. And after service, please hang out with us to enjoy some coffee and some great conversations with like-minded people. As we do each week, let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And now, as we do each week, let's have a creative thought prayer or affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment from the January 2014 Creative Thought magazine. So as you may know, spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes if you so choose and take these words as your own. Breathing now, I recognize God as source, substance, ever-available supply, compassion, order, peace, beauty, freedom, and truth. God is all. I am one with this infinite creator, and I embrace this truth for me and for all life. I release any tension into the unconditional love of God. I speak my word from this place of oneness. I know that I am expressing of God, whose mission is to know this magnificent truth. I accept substance and supply through faith and intelligence, as well as through manifestation. I know for myself prosperity and abundant support. I accept compassion. Omniactive love knows no barriers. Omnipotence expresses itself as uninterruptible communication. Omnipresence reveals itself as order in all affairs, undergirding me with the peace that surpasses understanding. This individual peace is a peace that the quilt that unfolds the world with love. The beauty of this love is identifiable as spirit expressing its love to itself. In this communion, all is well. From this union, I have a visceral knowing of love. And because of this union, I am free. Because I am free, infinite possibilities occur. I am grateful for this truth and for the power of this word activated by my release of it to the law. It is fulfilled now, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend Celeste Frazier from Chicago, Illinois. So imagine a more expansive way of living with the infinite possibilities and sacred kinship. This week, we explore the ideas of oneness, allegiance, and reciprocity, where every living being is truly one. We'll find inspiration from the indigenous wisdom of the people of the Haudenosaunee Confederation, as well as from the chapter 2 of the Science of Mind. What might we create together with the infinite power we've been given? So this is a story from Braiding Sweetgrass, Pledges and Possibilities. One morning, Robin's morning walk among birdsong and new leaves was interrupted by thoughts of a phone call from her third grade daughter's teacher the night before. Her daughter had begun refusing to stand with the class for the Pledge of Allegiance. The teacher assured her that her daughter was not being disruptive or misbehaving, but just sat quietly in her seat and wouldn't join in. The teacher was calling just because I thought you'd like to know. In her own childhood, the pledge had always puzzled her. She'd had no idea what a republic was, nor why they would pledge allegiance to the flag, an inanimate object, rather than the land itself. Robin's farm was within the ancestral homelands of the Onondaga Nation. On the reserve, just a few ridges away, the children were speaking of a different allegiance. They call it the Thanksgiving Address, or the words that come before all else. The students gathered together in the atrium of their school and listened to a group of the day. Listen as the group of the day recite the sacred words. Today we have gathered, and when we look upon the faces around us, we see that the cycles of life have continued. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now let's bring up our minds together as one, as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Now our minds are one. There is a pause, and the kids murmur their assent. Now our minds are one. They continue. We are thankful to our mother, the earth, for she gives us everything that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk upon her. It gives us joy that she still continues to care for us, just as she has from the beginning of time. To our mother, we send thanksgiving, love, and respect. Now our minds are one. The address goes on, thanking all the waters of the world to its many forms, waterfalls and rain, mist and streams, rivers and oceans, snow and ice. Then onto the fish, the plants, the berries, the medicine herbs. Each loving paragraph ended with, now our minds are one. The trees, the animals, the birds, especially the eagle, leader of all birds. Leaders are the first to offer their gifts. So there is veneration for the eagle, as well as Maple, the leader of the trees. It reminds the whole community that leadership is rooted not in power and authority, but in service and wisdom. Thank you to the four winds, Brother Sun, Grandmother Moon, and enlightened teachers throughout the ages, our Creator. The address is, by its very nature of greetings to all who sustain us. Part of its power surely rests in the time it takes to send greetings and thanks to so many. What would it be like to be raised on gratitude, to speak to the natural world as a member of the democracy of species? Each person, human or not, is bound together in a reciprocal relationship. Ending with, we have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things we have named, it is not our intention to leave anything out. It is something, if something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send such greetings and thanks in their own way. And now our minds are one. So this, of course, was from Robin Wall Kimmerer from the book Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants. Ernest Holmes said this: to love God and to love our neighbors as ourselves means to see God in everything and to include everyone in one divine unity. And what just dawned on me while reading this is the interesting fact that the Americans have chosen the eagle as their national symbol, and Canada has chosen the maple leaf as theirs. From the Science of Mind perspective, this quote is a call to recognize the divine presence, not just within ourselves, but within every person and all creation. Let me read it again from Ernest Holmes. To love God and to love our neighbors as ourselves means to see God in everything and to include everyone in one divine unity. Holmes taught that each individual is an incarnation of God, a unique center of divine consciousness, and that the Christ consciousness, or unconditional love consciousness, dwells at the heart of every soul. When we see God in every person, we naturally cultivate relationships built on respect, compassion, and reciprocity. The understanding that we are all kin, interconnected, and mutually responsible for one another's well-being. This sense of kinship extends beyond humanity to include all forms of life, inviting us to honor the divine everywhere. Living this principle means moving beyond separation and judgment and embracing the unity that underlines all existence. In practice, it calls us to act with love, understanding, and justice, seeing every encounter as an opportunity to express the divine. When we live from this awareness, the responsibilities for creating harmony, peace, and wholeness are truly infinite. Each moment becomes a chance to co-create a world where all beings are valued and the divine nature of life is honored. Holmes wrote this: throw yourself with total abandonment into God, into the very center of the universe, where a sense of the oneness of all life so enters your being that there is no sense of otherness. So in the science of mind, we see humanity as a unique and beautiful expression of the divine, each of us participating in the creative process of cause and effect. Our thoughts and beliefs press into the law of mind, which faithfully reflects them back as the circumstances of our lives. This means our thinking has real power. What we dwell on shapes what we experience. By engaging in active spiritual practices like meditation, for affirmative prayer, and gratitude, we naturally begin to shift our thinking and open ourselves to greater possibilities. Every choice we make, every thought we nurture, becomes a seed planted in the law, capable of bringing forth new experiences. When we consciously choose thoughts of peace, abundance, and love, we invite those very qualities to manifest in our world, reminding us that our lives are beautifully shaped by our inner participation with the divine. And Harry Ward Beecher wrote this: "The sun does not shine for a few trees and flowers, but for the wide world's joy. For we are all one." So our monthly theme invites us to discover how Indigenous ideas can deepen and expand our science and mind beliefs. Sharing the pledges and possibilities story, we learn that the people of the Haudenosaunee Confederation, also known as Iroquois or League of Five Nations, native to the upstate New York and areas of Ontario and Quebec, they also believe in the ideas of oneness of all creation. The Potawatomi worldview is rooted in kinship, seeing all beings, plants, animals, people, even the stars, as relatives, each bound together in a web of reciprocal relationship. And gratitude is woven into daily life, expressed through ceremonies, offerings, and the honoring of ancestors and the natural world. Reciprocity means giving back, not just talking and recognizing our responsibilities to all of our relations. So, what would it be like to be raised on gratitude, to speak to the natural world as a member of the democracy of spirits and species? In this way, each being, human or not, is included in a circle of respect and mutual care. Integrating these teachings with science and mind invites us to expand our sense of unity, honoring the divine in all creation, and deepening our commitment to living with gratitude and reciprocity. Deepak Chopra wrote this: "The source of all creation is pure consciousness, pure potentiality seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe." So allegiance is defined as devotion or loyalty to person, group, or cause. Expanding our worldview to incorporate ancestral wisdom means asking ourselves this: to what do we pledge our allegiance? Are we ready to make a commitment to kinship of all life? When we consciously choose to align our devotion with the interconnected web of existence, we expand our capacity for co-creation and tap into infinite possibilities for the greater good of everyone and everything. This shift invites us to find fresh opportunities to serve, heal, and uplift, anchoring our worldview in gratitude, reciprocity, and interdependence. By pledging allegiance to kinship and honoring the wisdom of our Turtle Island ancestors, we open ourselves to a life where every action is guided by respect and mutual care. Such commitment transforms not only our own experience, but also contributes to a world where the expanding good is shared by all. Gregory Boyle wrote this: "The measure of our compassion lies less in our service of those on the margins and more in our willingness to see ourselves in kinship with them." So the Science of Mind calls us to recognize that we are powerful co-creators, limited only by the boundaries of our own beliefs and creativity. The law is infinite. And as we open ourselves to greater possibilities, we align with God as infinite love, expressing through us as unique manifestations of the divine. Integrating ancestral wisdom, particularly the Potawatomi understanding of kinship and reciprocity, deepens our appreciation for the oneness of all creation and our interdependent responsibilities. Gratitude, respect, and giving back become central to our spiritual practices, expanding our sense of unity with all beings. By pledging our allegiance to kinship and anchoring our worldview in gratitude and reciprocity, we find fresh opportunities to serve and uplift the whole. This commitment transforms our personal experiences and contributes to a world that truly works for everyone. Ultimately, we are invited to honor the divine in all of creation and to live as conscious participants in the infinite possibilities of love, peace, and dignity for all life. So this week, let's contemplate where you give your alliance. What people, groups, or causes have earned your loyalty? Take a gentle inventory of how you spend your time, your energy, and your resources. Is your daily life a true reflection of the commitments you hold most dear? And notice any areas where your actions and values feel out of alignment, or where you may be giving allegiance out of habit or expectation rather than heartfelt devotion. Are there relationships, projects, or communities that need more of your attention, or perhaps less? Consider where you might be willing to make a change, shifting your loyalty to better support your deeper values and sense of kinship with all. Allow this reflection to guide you toward greater clarity and authenticity. Open spaces for new possibilities and a more harmonious alignment between your beliefs and your everyday choices. So this week, play with the ideas of oneness, kinship, and reciprocity through simple acts that honor all life. For example, you could try activities like beginning each day with a gratitude practice, naming 3 things, people, places, or elements of nature for which you are grateful. Signing up to volunteer or support a cause that uplifts your community or the environment, giving back in a spirit of reciprocity. And end each day with reflection on how your actions contributed to the well-being of the whole. And set aside an intention for tomorrow to deepen your commitment to kinship and reciprocity. And I'll leave you with this quote. As fragrance abides in the flower, as the reflection is within the mirror, so does the infinite dwell within you. Oh, that leads us to our affirmation for the week. I co-create powerfully for the good of all. And now it's time for news and updates at our centers. We are now meeting in our new location of the Living Room Bookstore and Cafe in Cinco de Diciembre, and the location is updated on our website. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find out the details. And there's also a survey there for your input for upcoming classes. So please check that out and put in your suggestions so that we can plan for those as well. If you would like a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment, please contact me so that we can arrange time for this. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as membership does renew annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me so that you can be sent the current form. I'd also like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And let me know if you are interested in receiving our weekly post on Substack. And now it's time for mindfully giving and our financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every amount is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made using PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org. Alternatively, you can still send in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y 8N1. And of course, we also still accept cash in person. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Today, more than ever, we need to stand for peace. So hug your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.